Yoni, Sanskrit for womb, origin, place of birth, refers to the sacred female reproductive organs in Hinduism, symbolizing divine feminine power, Shakti, creation, and the universe, often paired with the male lingam for wholeness. The Yoni and Phallus were worshipped by nearly all ancient peoples as appropriate symbols of God's creative power. The Garden of Eden, the Ark, the Gate of the Temple, the Veil of the Mysteries, the vesica piscis or oval nimbus, and the Holy Grail are important yonic symbols. The pyramid, the obelisk or cone, the candle, the tower, the Celtic monolith, the spire, the campanile, the Maypole, and the sacred spear are symbolic of the phallus. Lotus flowers are widely used as offerings to most female deities, especially Lakshmi, in Hindu temples. Lotus of India and Egypt and the rose of the Rosicrucians have similar symbolism. The rose and the lotus are yonic emblems, signifying primarily the maternal creative mystery, while the Easter lily is considered to be phallic. For the Brahmin and Egyptian esoteric schools, lotus blossoms represent the spinning vortices of spiritual energy located at various points along the spinal column and called chakras, or whirling wheels, by the Hindus. 7 of these chakras are of prime importance and have their individual correspondences in the nerve ganglia and plexuses. According to the secret schools, the sacral ganglion is called the 4-petaled lotus, the prostatic plexus, the 6-petaled lotus, the epigastric plexus and navel, the 10-petaled lotus, the cardiac plexus, the 12-petaled lotus, the pharyngeal plexus. Lotus symbolizes growth of man through the 3 periods of human consciousness, ignorance, endeavor, and understanding. As the lotus exists in 3 elements, earth, water, and air, so man lives in 3 worlds, material, intellectual, and spiritual. Human growth from dark soil to light air is via water. Water symbolizes changing the world, life as in birth or baptism. The rose and its Eastern equivalent, the lotus, represent spiritual unfoldment and attainment, hence, the Eastern deities are often shown seated upon the open petals of the lotus blossoms. The lotus was also a universal motif in Egyptian art and architecture. When the flower had 9 petals, it was symbolic of man, when 12, of the universe and the gods, when 7, of the planets and the law, when 5, of the senses and the mysteries, and when 3, of the chief deities and the worlds. The heraldic rose of the Middle Ages generally has either 5 or 10 petals, thereby showing its relationship to the spiritual mystery of man through the Pythagorean pentad and decad. Trees. Several ancient peoples, notably the Hindus and Scandinavians, regarded the macrocosm, or grand universe, as a divine tree growing from a single seed sown in space. The Greeks, Persians, Chaldeans, and Japanese have legends describing the axle tree or reed upon which the earth revolves. Kapila, an incarnation of Vishnu, declares the universe to be the eternal tree, Brahma, which springs from an imperceptible and intangible seed, the material monad. The medieval Kabbalists represented creation as a tree with its roots in the reality of spirit, and its branches in the illusion of tangible existence. Inverted tree. The Sephirothic tree of the Kabbalah was inverted, with its roots in heaven and its branches upon the earth. The Great Pyramid was also an inverted tree, with its root at the apex of the pyramid, and its branches diverging in 4 streams towards the base. Tree of Life is a symbol of the mysteries, and by partaking of its fruit man attains immortality. Among the ancient Egyptians and Jews the acacia, or tamarisk, was held in the highest religious esteem, and among modern Masons, branches of acacia, cypress, cedar, or evergreen are still regarded as most significant emblems. The shittim wood used by the children of Israel in the construction of the tabernacle, and the Ark of the Covenant was a species of acacia. Albert Pike on sacred tree. The genuine acacia, also, is the thorny tamarisk, the same tree which grew around the body of Osiris. It was a sacred tree among the Arabs, who made of it the idol El-Uzar, which Muhammad destroyed. It is abundant as a bush in the desert of Thur, and of it the crown of thorns was composed, which was set on the forehead of Jesus of Nazareth. It is a fit type of immortality on account of its tenacity of life, for it has been known, when planted as a doorpost, to take root again and shoot out budding boughs above the threshold. Pomegranate capitals were placed upon the pillars of Jachin and Boaz standing in front of King Solomon's temple, and by the order of Jehovah, pomegranate blossoms were embroidered upon the bottom of the high priest's ephod.